Hi guys, it's Mitch here, just coming on to do the Oracle reviews for you all for my Facebook Wednesday channel. So, if you were drawn to card 1, you have got the energy of cloves coming in, and it just says here gossip. Now this is really interesting because this seems to be a reoccurring message, this seems to be a reoccurring pattern at the moment. And to me, the energy of kind of clothes and gossip, this is all about not getting kind of pulled into any gossips, any hearsay, any Chinese whispers. It's staying very true, very dedicated to your truth, to your calling, and not giving away your power, not kind of worrying about how other people perceive you to be. Because sometimes when a person is doing well or they're getting on and just doing their own thing, for really weird reasons, it just really kind of irritates, it upsets, and it perhaps infuriates another person. And rather than just letting them get on with it and doing their thing, they have to just get involved, they have to sort of have the last word or the last say, and all of this kind of hearsay, this gossip comes about. Now what I love with cloves obviously are used to sort of aid in antiseptic and to sort of numb any kind of pain. Ultimately they're used a lot for kind of obviously problems with the mouth, so perfect for gossip. So you can use clothes in your spell work if you wanted to, if you're up against anybody that is kind of gossiping about you, or if maybe you are somebody that is actually gossiping about others. It's starting to hold accountability for that and look at it and think, is that needed, is that helpful, does that actually bring any positivity into your life, and does it help the people around you? So, because it doesn't, gossip, hearsay, these are such limiting energy lines. It's the same with like jealousy. To me, I don't understand why people get jealous, because it's such a limiting, unneeded energy line. It benefits nobody. Nobody kind of gets anything great from those energies. And it's the same with gossip. It just causes drama, it causes problems, and it's about letting all that go. Now what I love with this deck, the Kitchen Witches Oracle, is each of these cards have little incantations, and I'm going to read you the incantation for each card, just in case you want to actually incorporate that or use that in your spellcraft or your magic, or just as a mantra for the day. But if you're up against gossip, don't buy into it. Know your truth, stay in your truth. If you are the gossiper, have a look in the mirror and think, is that actually beneficial? Is that actually helpful? Probably not. Let's have a look at the incantation for that one. Bear with me guys while I find it a sec. Oops, had it then. So the incantation just says here, idle chit-chat, dish the dirt, untrue rumours spread and hurt. Burn me in order to prevent gossip, slander and detriment. This magic is worked with harm to none, so mote it be, there it is done. And I just think that those are powerful little incantations to really aid and to really help with the energies at the moment. So I hope you can make sense of the first card. Now if you were drawn to card 2, we're going into the energy of olive, and we're going into the vibration of peace. Now I love this card because this, to me, if you've been drawn to like both of these cards, 1 and 2, perhaps there's been a situation around you where there's been a bit of a feud or a little bit of some kind of crossfire of energy. Because when olives show, they want to basically act as an olive branch. They want to bring and restore peace into your world. So if there's been sort of people, circumstances or situations that have tried to disrupt the energy lines, peace is basically being restored off the back of this. So, any injustices that maybe you've been up against or going through, peace is literally wanting to come in, and it's almost giving yourself permission to accept and to receive peace, because sometimes that can be a little bit hard if we're getting so caught up in whatever's going on here. Sometimes we can be overlooking the energy of peace, and I think that's a basic requirement that we should all be able to have and to bring into our life. Now for those of you that have a physical altar, actually having some loose olives could be a really nice way to bring about the energy lines of peace. That could be really cool. But to me, this feels like basically, it's a little bit like light at the end of a tunnel. Anything that's been disruptive, anything that's been a bit uncomfortable, whether it's physical people, circumstances or situations, peace is being had both internally, mentally, but physically around you. That's all being restored so that you can just have a really comfortable way of being. So a really interesting card, this one. Now I will read you the little incantation for this one. So it just says, quarrels, squabbles, feuds and stress. Emotional erations cause distress. Olive branch welcome, release. Go forth now in health and peace. This magic is worked with harm to none, so mote it be, there it is done. And I just think that's such a lovely little, like I said, they are such lovely little incantations or spells, or however you want to sort of word or title them, just to be had, really, you know, so that's nice. So if there is gossip going on, allow the peace in, be the bigger person as well. It's not always easy to do that, but don't let the manipulations of this rob you of this. These feel like they're working together. And then, guys, if you've been drawn to card 3, we're going into the energy of parsley, and this takes us into death. Now, I see this a little bit kind of like, you know, really when this card shows, I almost see this as like an extension of the death card in traditional tarot. It's the ending of cycles. You've come to the ending of something. Now, this could be, again, a circumstance, a behaviour, but it could also be situations or a physical person that actually maybe isn't bringing you the highest value or the highest reward, and the only way to move forward in a situation is to end the cycle. So death is sort of like quite immediate endings. It's coming to the end of something, but it's allowing something bigger, something better, something more authentic to kind of come in off the back of that. So I always see death as a little bit of like a rebirth card, because as some doors close and things leave your life, or people leave your life, or situations leave, better stuff can come in. You're making room for something of higher reward, of higher merit, of higher value. And again, I think this is boundary setting. I think some of you that have been drawn to this card are really looking at your inputs and your outputs, where you're feeding your energy, where you're giving your energy, and any boundaries that need to be set at this time. So this is a really interesting one. And I'll read you the incantation to sort of see what has to go with that, really, a little bit. So it just says here, from tombs to plates I will adorn, with a deathly message to forewarn. 'Tis the end when I appear, but mortality is naught to fear. This magic is worked with harm to none, so mote it be, there it is done. So yeah, I do feel it's definitely the death, the ending of things, like I say. And as those doors close off, you can readjust your energy, you can really look into higher vibrations and see what you want to be experiencing, see what you want to turn your hand to. And this might be quite a natural, gentle process. It might be, if you've had to do it off the back of a boundary, a bit more direct and a bit more immediate, but give yourself permission and acceptance to do that. Now, there could be some physical death around you as well. I'm not feeling that so much, but there could be some of that going on. But to me, it's all about kind of, you know, actively looking at how your life is. What are you prepared to take and accept, and what actually do you feel you've outgrown, or you're just not ready to sort of have anymore in your life? It's giving yourself permission for the higher levels, the higher vibrations. They are coming in for us, guys, you know. So a really interesting set of cards. I kind of feel that they hold quite a huge big warning as a collective, as well as independently. So you might be able to take pieces independently, but as a collective message, as a sort of a whole kind of threefold of energy, I see this as there could be some gossip, there could be some slander going on around you. Be cautious, be careful how you choose to react and respond to that. Always go in offering or creating a vibration of peace, and sometimes the easiest way to do that is if someone has a judgment or a limitation, don't buy into that version of things. You know your truth, guys, hold on to that, and that will inflict the power of peace. And death is walking away from cycles, being brave enough to leave any of this hardship or whatever this might be about. Leave it, you know, walk away, close the door. Give yourself permission to receive something of higher value, of higher merit, of higher calling, and it will absolutely come in for you. So I'm going to leave these with you. I hope they resonate. Stay safe, stay well, have a fabulous week ahead, and I'll catch up with some of you lovelies very soon. Take care. Bye for now.